Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 here on the Estancia Lapacho map with me. Now go ahead, as we've been doing in the last couple of episodes now, go ahead and click that like button on the video now so you don't forget to do it later. Please be sure to leave your comments, questions, suggestions, feedback and all that sort of stuff in the section down below, again as you're watching the video, so you don't forget later. And if you're not already doing so, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and again do it now so you don't forget to do it later. Right, here we are, morning on the farm. What morning is it? What day is it? It's Friday. Okay, obviously we spent quite a bit of money yesterday doing bits and things. We've made £136,625 from the biogas plant today, and we've sold a few wood chips because I have been busy. In actual fact, I'm going to show you what I've been busy on straight away because we've got some work to do today. I don't think we've got anything that needs harvesting. There's a bit in the middle of that field which isn't fertilised, but to be honest, I can't be bothered to prat around with it. Basically what happened was, the growth stage got to such a point that my no more space to place new pallets, walnut sheep. Okay, I'll go sort that out. Basically our new purchase here, our Big Brute fertiliser sprayer, does have a little bit of an issue. It can only really be used during the first growth stage of a crop. If you get into this situation, is it on here? Yeah. If you get into this position where the crop growth stage is a little bit off, where it's not quite grown to the same height, I was struggling a little bit because most of the field had grown in apart from this strip. But basically what happens is you get crop destruction. Not great. You get crop destruction. So if the growth stage of the field, and as you can see why I got that is because the field's grown at different rates. And that was the problem I had down here on field 6. So what I did, I drove as close as I could up the field and then down the field on this side, and that is why we've got that gap in the middle, because unfortunately the machine just isn't wide enough to deal with that. It can't cover it, but I'm not too fussed. We're not too fussed. Right, let's head down and sort out the wall situation. And then I'll show you what I've been working on. In actual fact, no I won't. We need to go back to the shed because I forgot to put the tool on the back of the tractor that I need for today's work. It's nice to have nothing field wise really to do today. We can do some fun little projects. Might have to come and empty the manure at some point. Pigs are bothering me because I can't empty them. I can't clean them because their needs are still showing as being rather full. So we'll hop out. Right. We might have to sell these today. No? Depends how many we've got, pallet wise. It's it all, don't I? Done any strapping yet? Did I? So we'll just get these put on here. Oh. We need one more. This is the easiest way to deal with these, honestly. There. Right. I mean, I suppose we can have a look, see if we can do anything to the pigs. I don't think we can to improve their cleanliness. I just think they've got far too much stuff outside the pen. Let's have a look. Ooh. Actually, do appear to be getting the pigs cleaned. Interesting. You're getting that from? Only that back bit. Hey, if we can get them clean, we get them clean. Seems to have worked. Put that out of the way. Out. Let's have a look at the animals' needs. What do they need? Could do some straw. And they could do some grass. It's not really a priority one situation at this time. Anyway, let's go back to the shed so I can get the tool I need to do the job I want to do today. Or the project I want to do today. Probably do a get in the grass, cut as well. Because I could do some more in the silo. I've cleared the silo out, by the way, up at the biogas plant. Which is why we made such money. I did get that emptied and all the silage tipped. I want this. Our quality roller. Right. We'll head up to the top. Right up to the top. Because I've done a lot of work. I did not accelerate time and skip the night after the last episode. I've actually worked all the way through till I've started recording today to try and get this done as much as I can. Look at this. Look at this. This is our new field. And it runs all the way along the top here, look. All the way down, field 11 and 10. And then this whole area I've stripped it of trees. And lo and behold, here we are. Now I just need to quality roll it. Give myself some room to manoeuvre. First things first. I'm probably going to do most of this myself in the initial phase. I'll grab an AI worker in a little bit to do the real straight edge work. Need to tidy up the bits where I've gone a little bit over the top with the plough. Any more down there? Throw me up some errors about you do not own this land. I'm hoping it doesn't. And it didn't, so that's alright. You don't have... I wasn't far off though, was I? So just need to get a bit of a overlap, a bit of a headland, and we've got room to manoeuvre vehicles, because pretty much this field is going to be worked east to west, west to east, that sort of thing. We're not going to be doing we're not going to be working short ways, narrow ways, or whatever. Or at least we're going to try not to work narrow ways. It really does kind of depend. That's not bad. So this field will get a little bit... Obviously we've gained so much, because this land, most of this land was just wasted space, wasn't it? Ultimately it just had trees and rubbish on it. So it's a win-win situation for us to have this land. And have an actual decent sized field on it to profit off of. So we gained quite a bit from the wood chips. We had a lot of wood chips to sell after I chopped all the trees down. So that was good. So that's offset our costs of buying the land. And obviously once we start sowing crops on it, it's going to quickly pay for itself. So now, go along here. Because one of the things unfortunately I can't get rid of is that lime station. I can't move that or remove that, so I've got to work around it as best as I can. And that's the only thing that's going to prove a bit of an issue with the vehicles working on the land. Again, one of the reasons why we're not going to be working it north to south or south to north, and we're pretty much going to be working the field in the direction we're currently running in. Because that thing's going to have quite a big hitbox on it, I would think. and it's going to obviously stop our tractors from doing their work. Bit of an overrun here. I've cleared out quite a large area, probably larger than I needed to. But it's I'm going to obviously, I'll fill in grass where I can to break up the slightly bland texture. Yeah, this is going to be a good field, I think. Really taking a lot off of this at this point. I think he's going to struggle. Oh no, he didn't. He got by, just. I'm not going to leave this bit sticking out either, unfortunately, because there is no way to work that. And my controller seems to have stopped responding again. Keep having this problem. In game where my controller stops. And the frame rate takes a massive dive bomb. Get rid of this bit, and we'll come back down the other side and clear up that last little strip, and then we'll go back down the long ways, put in another good, move it away from that lime station best we can. I think it just overlaps the mower enough. I didn't paint all the ground before I ploughed it. I probably should have done that. It would have made things, I wouldn't have had that pathway then sticking into the field. But I really just wanted to get this done. I knew today was going to be my best chance to get this done because of the way the crops are. We haven't got a harvest till tomorrow. I've pretty much got a whole in-game day to do this. Do something different. No, it's not animal related, it's not field planting, it's not harvesting. Now we could do, probably do some stuff towards the end of. Obviously I'm going to have plenty of manure to get rid of. And probably a fair bit of slurry as well. From the cows and pigs. Again, keep those biogas payments coming in. Going to be very useful. And hopefully push us back over the 7 million mark. Shouldn't also be too long before we're hitting a milestone. I'm hoping in the next day or so we should hit the achievement for breeding 30 sheep. I think it was 30 sheep. And then it's just 20 cows. take a bit more of a... hoping to take a bit more of an edge off it this time, but we've failed to do so. So yeah, I've got no idea what size this field actually is and what sort of yield we're going to get off it with anything. Gonna have to lime spread it though. That is one thing we are going to have to do. Lime spread it. I'll probably cultivate it. I'll then probably funky butt juice it. Oh, the funky butt juice in the last episode, that was funny. But yeah, we'll get some of that put on the field and then we'll get it seeded up. Providing it does it all right first time and everything, we should be okay. There's oh, it's missed. He does miss little bits and pieces here and there. Tidy that up a bit. Main thing is, I think they've gone round and got rid of all the stumps. I'm pretty certain, stump-wise, we are golden. At least I'm hoping we're golden. I haven't done any terrain levelling or anything like that. I've literally just stripped the trees off the top, ploughed it, so the ground's as natural can be. Yeah. Right, so we'll run back and we'll do another breed. Hopefully try and get an actual straight edge on this field. We could do with taking that bit as well while we're here. Like so. Right. Give him a bit of a chance to get himself straightened up to where he wants to be this time before we run down here. Okay. Seem to be getting a straight edge this time. Looks promising. I'm going to paint a slightly bigger path down there, don't worry. We're not going to have all that dead green texture going all that way. I'm going to put in some pathway. I want to make sure we can get past this lime station. Should be a straight edge on there. Perfect. Now we head down here. I'm going to do bottom. Give him plenty of room to straighten himself up where he wants to be. Seems to want to be there to get rid of all that down that edge. Worked out well. I'm not going to take so much off of this bottom edge. Pretty much going to leave it as is. Again, I could have used a bit more of this land if I'd put a bit of an angle onto the field, but I don't really like angles, and the AI workers definitely don't like angles, do they, when they're working fields? Have put an angle on here. Think I'm going across here. Will he actually do it? Oh, he's going to turn. Didn't want to do the field. If I can do it. Trouble is, it's not going to look very neat, is it? Something I might have to kind of address with the terrain tool, the paintbrush, might be a way of getting a better edge on here. Certainly don't want that big point. Need to tidy a little bit of that up. The AI worker trying to take over. I'm gonna do this myself, mate. Give you the best chance. How do we look down here? That looks okay. Really tell. There's a fairly big bit over here where I've made a terrible mess. Probably do it all just doing donuts. Although everyone would get very dizzy of me doing that. I think we're getting it all. Yeah, that is hopefully the field done. Prepped. Ready. Lime spread it. And then we'll get it cultivated. And then we'll be ready to seed it. Everything's looking very nice anyway on the farm today. I don't have a whole lot of episodes left now. In the next 2 or 3 we should hit our goals. Right. Lime spreader. How much lime we got? Full tank. Perfect. This will enable us to get that field done. Okay. I'm going to guess then he's going to have problems doing this field, because there's obviously bits where we're sort of there he goes. Have a look. If we turn off the fertilisation, yeah, fields 11 and 10 didn't need lime, only the new area does. That's not too much of a trouble. He'll figure something out, I'm sure. I'll stay on board now. Ride with him. Okay, so we've finished lime spreading. Let's see, how did the worker do on our field? Firstly, done most of it. There's a little bit he's kind of missed. Just have a bit of a zoom out. Seems he got all the edges. We'll have a bit of a look, see where he actually didn't do, or if he did do, he did poorly. And then as we've got a little bit of lime left in the tank, then we'll go get the cultivator and give the field a cultivating, and then we'll get the funky butt juice spread on top of it, and then we'll be ready to seed it. Have a look. Must be somewhere down here he hasn't limed. Yeah, look. Guessing this section here. So I'll do that myself. And this will use up all of the remaining lime, I predict. Might as well do this, even though the field technically doesn't need lime on this spot. Might as well do it, hadn't we? Otherwise we'll end up in a harvest or two's time having to try and lime this small section of the field when the rest of it doesn't need doing. Oh, I'm very terrible. Driving in straight lines when it's required of me. But off we go. Oh, it's going to be close. I'm going to run out. 204 litres left. First time we're going to completely empty this sprayer, I think, for the first time in a long time. But we've got the whole field done. Excellent. Right, so let's go switch over to the cultivator and we can get him on the ball. You've got to admit that's a better use of space on that field, putting that field in, than just leaving it with trees and bushes. Trees and bushes didn't offer much, but that field will. It's not looking too mucky. I'm not going to bother washing it. I'm just going to park it back in the shed. Don't know if you noticed or not the other day, I put a road in here, and when we come through, when we're driving in and out with the vehicles, we've got an extra sort of access road. Again, that was pretty much dead space there, and I've kind of utilised it a bit. Right, let's use the flexi coil. We'll go grab. You know what? We'll use the 600. this. Might as well. It's a new machine. It's got a bit of extra grunt than the 450. Got a decent turn of speed as well. It's a little bit quicker than the 450 because it's got that extra horsepower. It's got a slightly different gearbox on it as well. Different ratios, which means it can generate a little bit more speed in the forwardly direction. Just allows it to transport between fields a lot faster. Obviously when it's working, it doesn't work at this speed. Alright, so we set this guy off down the bottom here. So we'll come back, maybe put in a bigger roadway, plant some grass and stuff just to try and hide that bland texture a bit. And obviously fill in some of the gaps down the bottom. Make sure we've got some grass planted, replanted down there. Apart from that, we're doing very well. Not bothered about driving over Matey's field. No, I'm tempted to try and straighten up a bit here, because I'm still a little bit conscious of that now I've strained up too much. Now you know what? Screw it. At 9 miles an hour, he's going to take an absolute age to do this field. Isn't he? One of the things I noticed as well, or have noticed, after using this to do the harvesting, look how badly worn the repair situation is on this vehicle. The wear rate on it. We've literally just fertilised 2 fields, and the machine's about knackered. So whoever's modded this, I have looked off, you know, had a bit of a look at it, the mod myself. I've opened it up and had a look. It's been very poorly converted from FS17. In fact, there's some entries in the game log file which says that some aspects of the i3D, the main actual sort of like mod file, are no longer supported in FS19. So there are some features of this vehicle which don't work because they've not been changed properly. At rear, haven't I? And I don't think like I say, from what I saw looking in the mod files, I didn't see any kind of vehicle wear section, setting up the vehicle wear. Hence why you drive about 2 yards with it and the thing's completely broken and needs repairing. I have tried to fix that. I have added some vehicle wear data, which I've pretty much copied and pasted from this vehicle. I've copied and pasted it onto this one, so hopefully that'll work. I mean, I'm no expert modder, by any stretch of the word, but I figured entering those parameters and data on the Big Bud will make that better. Right, you. I'm going to borrow the voucher for a second. I'm going to grab that other cultivator because I'm going to do that little bit that we've just missed, basically, on the edge of that field. It might be as wise for me when I start farming it to actually probably use a tool like this. I think this is faster anyway. It's got a smaller working width than the flexi coil, but I think you can zip up and down the field a lot faster. I hope he's not ploughing the top of my fields. Phew. Tell you what, from coming back there, I thought he'd field hopped. And I was getting ready to go absolutely bananas. I was. I was thinking, if you've jumped across the field and you're cultivating my crops, I'm going to be really, really mad. Yeah, this is cruising along at 16 miles per hour, look. It's double what the flexi coil does. But the flexi coil has 3 times the working width, so apples to oranges, I suppose. It's up to you what you prefer. Didn't actually check how much slurry we've got, not slurry, digistrate we've got loaded in that sprayer. Whether I need to go and fetch some from the biogas plant, bring a tanker load down. Something I can do. Right, we'll take this back, and as I say, we'll get the sprayer, the spreader, and we'll bring it down. Might extend the concrete around this a little bit as well at some point, just for visuals. Now, do I want to use this for the funky butt juice, or do I want to use the stayer? That had some issues last time, if I recall. I must remember as well, the next time I come to Lime, I'm going to need to fill that fertiliser up. That spreader. Let's zoom in a bit here. See if we can't. Oh, wrong way. 13,646 litres. We're going to need more than that. To do that field. So what I'll do is I'll probably bring a tanker load of digestate down. And I can always take some slurry back then, can't I? Because I think the animals are giving us some slurry. Pigs are 32,000 litres. They have a tanker load on their own, and the cows have pretty much a tanker load. So we've got 2 tanker loads of slurry. So we can definitely afford to bring some digistrate down. Makes sense to do this. It's free fertilizer, and then when we come to seed, we'll get the dual stage fertilization done at the seeding stage, which means we won't have to come back and spray it when the crop is growing. Is always handy. So we'll park you there, or go get the tanker. Already up here. As I said, we've got the silo emptied, so all that's been processed through, so we should have a nice, very nice tanker's worth of digistate, back up to 124,000 litres, of which I'm now going to remove 32,000 litres or so. $30,000 litres. And what I can do is, as I say, once this is empty, I can do a couple of runs and bring the slurry up. Take 30,000 litres of digistrate out, deliver 60,000 litres of slurry. Job's done. And we'll whack a load in. Lock him up here out of the way. He's busy doing what he's doing, so we'll hop in. Start him up. Why not show on here, of course, because it's already fertilised. And we'll let the worker take over. Again, they may have some issues and stuff. some of these fields, because obviously field 10's already, like, showing as fertilised. It's mainly around, so there's going to be some bits where it has a bit of an issue. It should do that okay. Why are you turning round? Okay, this is having brainworms already. She's having the brainworms, which is unusual because you're... No, you're not our favourite worker. You've got the short hairstyle. Well, this is rubbish. This is rubbish fertilising from you. And now she wants to fertilise the whole field. I wonder if she detected that lime station. I wonder if that was the thing. If so, that lime station has a pretty big collision box on it. I'm not gonna lie. No, you best come back, because you're not going to fertilise it all the way to the edge, are you? Which is very naughty of you. Right, I'm going to have a run at trying to do this. Alright, let's see how far she gets. She might struggle to do this, because I don't think one tanker of butt juice is going to be enough. I don't. Yeah, it's got to be the it's got to be that Lime station. That's got one hell of a collision box on it, man. You've run out of butt juice. Which means I now need to tab. You ain't got that much left, in all fairness. So yeah, it does have an issue doing by the yeah, we'll just load him up. Right, what I'll do is I'll get some slurry from the pigs, drop it off at the biogas, and then we'll pick up another tanker of Digistrate, bring back. Might just want to slow down just a little bit. And what I'll do is I'll get that field slurried, so then next episode in the series we can get it seeded. These will be ready to harvest as well, so we'll have that to do in the next episode. So what I'm going to say is now, for everybody who has been watching, thank you for doing so, thank you for showing your support, and like I say, I hope you've followed the instructions at the start of the video, click that like button, left your comments, and you've also clicked the subscribe button, or smashed the subscribe button, or whatever you want to do to my subscribe button. Hope you've done it. I will see you all again very soon with some more video content. Goodbye for now.